Hello everybody, and welcome to me doing this again. I have to do this again. If you saw, which you probably didn't because I think only one person did, but this is going to be take 2 of me doing my 3rd Ideas for GTA Online video as part of my Let's Rant series. And it's take 2. Get it? Because take 2 are the cunts that made me take down the first fucking version of this. That's right. For 30 fucking seconds of a stupid commercial on the TV, Take 2 Interactive made me take down, well, they didn't make me, but they blocked the original version of this video. They blocked it in all countries. So, I'm doing this again.
Alright.
Even though I can't make any money off of any of these videos because YouTube's a flaming dumpster fire. I'd still at least rather not have my shit be copyright flagged or blocked in all countries. I'd at least like some of my viewers be able to see my stuff. Even if I don't have that many viewers. So anyways. GTA Online's basically dead. Focus is being shifted at Rockstar to Red Dead Online. And GTA Online is probably going to be abandoned sometime soon. They may do one more update. Probably a small one if they even do bother with it. But I still have ideas for this game and how they could make it better. And ignoring that the game is almost dead, these ideas could also be used for GTA 6. Whenever it decides to come out in another 5 years. So anyways, let me see if I can just jump right into my ideas and not bore you too much with too much boring gameplay of stuff you guys have probably seen a million times. Especially from me, because it's about all I ever do. So anyways, oh yes. Okay. The first idea that I have written down here would be essentially borrowing an idea from different first-person shooters or even third-person shooters. Stuff like the Borderlands games, PUBG, the Call of Duty games have this as well, or at least they used to. I'm not sure because I haven't played a Call of Duty game in fucking ages because they're all basically trash. But the idea is what you might call a last stand mechanic, where when you are reduced to 0 hit points, instead of dying instantly, you go into like a last stand thing, where you are either on your butt just kind of scooching around with like a pistol, or you're crawling down on hands and knees, again with like a pistol. Where you can be revived by your teammates. This would really only apply in like team-based game modes, so team deathmatch or oh, what am I doing? Jesus, I'm losing track of what I was doing. But yeah, team-based game modes. Your teammates would be able to revive you, or if you got a kill while you were in your last stand, you would get like a second wind and you would be brought back up, although with only a small amount of health, and you'd have to heal yourself right away by eating snacks, and you'd probably want to put on armor as well. Wow, what is this nonsense? Okay. So we're just going to sideswipe that guy. But yeah. This would also be incredibly useful in contact missions, as well as heists, any other team-based modes like that where you have like teammates or other players helping you out, you know. It would be very helpful to have in modes like that. So, yeah. But yeah, like a last stand mechanic would be a good idea anyways. Let's see if I can take a look at the next. Okay, next idea. Borrowing another idea from another game. If any of you have heard of the MMO RPG called Archage, that game has an interesting mechanic where it's like a criminal justice system, but it's player driven. So basically what happens is, if you commit a crime and you are caught by the police or the town guards or whatever it is, you're basically arrested and you're put on trial. So you have to stand trial, and the jury are all players. So, and I think they can even be consulted as like witnesses in the case or something like that, so you can basically testify, yeah, this guy did it, he's a scumbag, whatever, you know. Something like that would also be interesting. It's also kind of reminiscent of what they've done in Red Dead Online, and I don't know if it's been in the game since it launched or if it was a recent addition, but there was something I noticed when I played Red Dead here recently, and that was I got killed by some other asshole player for no reason, really. And when he killed me, it come up and said, do you want to press charges against them, or would you like to parlay with them? It gives you these two choices, and I elected to go with pressing charges, because I don't know why this asshole just randomly decided to kill me for no reason. I hadn't done anything to him. So, you know, this is one of the reasons why I always stay in invite-only sessions in GTA Online. But that's not an option in Red Dead Online, which really kind of sucks. But yeah, I pressed charges against him, and I think what that does is basically gives them a wanted level and sends the cops after him. And I think he was trying to run away. He went into the stable. This all happened in Saint-Denis in Red Dead Online. So I had just ridden into town to sell off some pelts, some animal parts, because hunting is basically all I do in that game, because it's one of the only reliable ways of making money. Of course, I haven't explored any of the new content they just added, but either way. I had just ridden in to go to the butcher to sell all the animal parts that I had gotten off. And this guy just rounded a corner or something and killed me for no reason. So I pressed charges on him, and then he was running away, and after I respawned, I got back on my horse, and I think I followed him and found him trying to go into the stable there in Saint-Denis. And he went in. I wasn't even sure if it was him that I was following. But he come out, and I just decided to gun the fucker down. And then he offered the parlay, so I don't know. But it's like, I don't fuck around with shit like that, so. Right. So yes, borrowing a concept from the MMORPG ArcheAge and have a more realistic and player-driven justice system, cops will try to take you alive if possible, and if busted, your character will stand trial for their crimes, and the jury will be other players. And if convicted, your character will have to serve time in prison. Yes. You would have the option of attempting a prison break, but it would not be easy to pull off successfully. There's the full idea what I have written down. And, excuse me a moment. Okay, we're back. Just had to take care of something real quick. Okay. On to the next idea. Okay. Oh, stupid. Get around the car. Alright, there we go. Okay. The next idea. Death should have a more serious penalty, but it should also be harder to die. Either a steep financial penalty or possibly a character cooldown type of penalty. Yeah. Once again, going back to some of my previous ideas that I've had, I think they really need to rebalance the damage. Good, I've got 6 cars with this plate. Have fun trying to figure out which one. But yeah, going back to some of my previous ideas from previous videos, it really should be harder to die, because it's really way too easy. So, it really should be harder to die, and there should be kind of like some kind of penalty for dying, either a big hit to money, or your character would go on cooldown for a while, because that kind of thing is used in like survival MMOs like DayZ and things like that, where your character gets put on cooldown and you have to wait like an hour or whatever. Now sure, you can have multiple characters, so you could just switch over to a different character. That guy doesn't have another character to switch to, though. other thing I need to do is retire. But yeah, I just feel like having a steeper penalty for dying would, number one, everyone, all players alike, whether you're an asshole, griefer, troll, or whether you're just a normal player, you'd think twice before you'd kill someone. You know? And I really feel like that needs to happen. Because people just kill each other willy-nilly, and it's really stupid. Eh. Oops, hold on a second. Need to change outfits real quick first. Oh, yes. There we go. Oh, what is it, Simeon? Piss off. Okay. Anyways. Next idea on the list.
Hello?
Stop with the stupid phone calls. That's not on the list, but that's definitely a way to improve this fucking game. Enough with the phone calls, the texts, the emails from these idiot characters trying to get me to buy something that I can't afford because it's millions of dollars that I don't fucking have. And I'm not willing to buy your goddamn shark cards. I just saw it as I was loading into the game. Right now, I don't know if it's being offered to me specifically, or if this is going out to everybody, but it said something about get an extra $1.25 million or something like that on your first purchase of a great white or higher shark card. And I'm like, yeah, if I was going to buy one, maybe. But I'm not going to buy one. Because I'm not an idiot. Rockstar, you've made more than enough money off of this damn game. Ep, 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 ep. Before you go doing that, bucko, you need to change guns and get all that stuff set up properly. Okay. The next actual item on the list. The Good Sport reward. You know the Good Sport reward, right? Every now and then, a little notification will come up there above your minimap. And it'll say, you've been awarded like $2,000 for being a good sport. And basically, it has to do with your mental state stat down there. If you don't go off just killing people and, you know, just being a general psychopath. If you don't do that, Rockstar gives you $2 grand every now and then, which is pathetic, it's pocket change, and it's really kind of insulting. Because going around and killing people in this game is actually a lot of fun. And when the damn game itself isn't very much fun anymore because they've taken so much of the fun stuff out of the game or nerfed it so it's not fun anymore. I feel like this car really ought to be faster. I have all of the performance upgrades on it. Which reminds me, if anyone cares, I'll be doing a buyer beware on this car sometime soon. Just for funsies, really, because like I said, the game's dead, so nobody really cares. But I like this car, so... Anyways. The Good Sport reward. Anyways. It should be changed to include a morality system similar to Red Dead Redemption 2's honor system. If you've played Red Dead 2, you know that, like, you have, like, honor. It's like a... It's like a good or bad thing that they've had in other games, like the Fable games, for example, where you can either be good or evil. Well, in Red Dead, it's honor or dishonor. So you're basically an honorable cowboy or you're a dishonorable outlaw, whatever the fuck. But I feel like a system like that could have been integrated into GTA Online, and the more of a good guy you are, the higher the good sport reward should be. Because, like, I try to be as good as I can in this game. You know, I don't really want to go around killing pedestrians. I'm really just trying to make money in this damn game. It ain't really all that easy, though. But yeah. So if they could either increase the good sport reward or tie it into like an honor system like in the Red Dead Online. Of course, I'm not even sure if it's in Red Dead Online or if it's just Red Dead Redemption 2, the actual story mode, single player. I may end up going through the single player of that one of these days. I do have the game now. And now that GTA Online's pretty much coming to an end, I don't know if I have much of a reason to keep it installed on my PS4. But I think Red Dead 2 actually takes up more space, which is retarded. How the hell does a game with more updates, more content, cars, flying cars, tanks, aircraft, and all this other stuff take up less space on the hard drive than a dusty, dirty cowboy game with horses and cow manure? I don't get that. Oh, the map's bigger. The map really shouldn't be bigger, because when you're moving around by cow, or by horse rather, when you're moving around like that, you really don't move that fast. Not compared to moving around at Mach 1 in one of these cars. Okay. Oh. The next item, the next idea here. And I've been thinking about this a while. If you remember back to one of my other ideas videos, I mentioned that they should remove stupid, unnecessary, superfluous weapons like the broken bottle and 2 or 3 of the different knives, because you really only need one. He's hurt. He dead, bro. This guy comes around the corner. Dies. How the hell did that van survive that shot? I was pretty sure I shot that thing with a rocket launcher. I guess it hit the guys, blew up the motorcycles, and killed the dudes. It didn't really hit the van. Oh. Whatever. I really need to change the paint job I have on this gun. Are you shot, bro? Are you deaf? Did you not just hear the 20 shots I put into his chest? Anyways, the idea. The weapons and the changing things, that was the old idea. This new idea is the broken bottle weapon should be changed to a temporary weapon that would break after a while, and you would be able to make them out of beer bottles. Now, this would be something that would just be kind kind of interesting to do because of, like, it would be nice to have, like, bar fights and things like that to just add something interesting to the damn game. Get low. Get low. Get the fuck back already, dummy. Jesus. Come on, idiot. Come out so I can shoot you.
Let's do this.
Yep, let's do it. Let's put you in the ground.
Get your ass back! Our boy's messed up! Damn it!
Help me!
Come on, stupid girl. Let's go. But yeah. Having beer bottles be a temporary weapon, you could just be in like a bar fight, right? Oh, goody, we got idiots coming around this way. You picked the wrong day.
Thank you.
They got Charlie!
Fucking idiots. Alright then. Send the goddamn bikers already. There we go. Why the hell did you auto-target him, idiot? Get the closest one first. Yeah. Yeah, but being able to have like a bar fight and you just grab a beer off the table and smash it and then just start stabbing people with it,
Oh my god!
that would be better than actually carrying a stupid beer bottle around, a broken one, all the time. Also, just certain weapons in general should probably break over time. They should be like temporary weapons. The beer bottle, maybe like baseball bats, because I mean they're wood. They're gonna break eventually. Okay, well I guess I just lost that one. That's okay though. Don't care. Get out of the way, girl.
LOST!
No, don't follow me, girl. I'd rather you stay over there where you're nice and safe. Damn it, she's following me.
You're dead!
Is he downstairs? I think he's downstairs. Well, then he gets to choke on it.
You're so fucking dead!
Oh no!
Duck now! Lost!
Yep, he's choking on it.
I'm gonna kill you and then go play!
Yeah. Okay, so that's basically the end of that idea. Just, you know, having the beer bottle be a temporary weapon instead of something that you carry around all the time.
Fuck yeah!
Okay, I guess that guy's not coming.
You ain't going nowhere!
Rob's hit.
Yeah, Rob's hit.
I need you to fucking die now!
The next idea. If they are going to do one more update for the game, I doubt they would do this one. But I would really like them to do this one. And keeping with the spirit of what they've already done with other updates, and having them be themed after other Rockstar games that they've done. There was the Smuggler's Run one, there was... What other ones have they done? I don't know. But this one would be themed after Rockstar's Midnight Club series. And of course, it would be street racing themed, a lot of cars. Well, I don't know if they would really need to add all that many cars,
What the hell?
because there's plenty of cars in the game already.
Time to fucking die!
But what I would really like them to do would be redo slash like overhaul vehicle customization and performance upgrading to make it more like what it was in the Midnight Club games, where you'd actually have more performance parts to be able to change and have more levels of them, just being able to get more performance out of your cars. Because the way it is in GTA Online is really crappy, really boring, not very realistic, and fuck's sake, Rockstar, if you want to make more money off of it, this would help you make more money off of it, because instead of only having to buy the max level of the performance upgrade, people would have to buy, like, all of them in turn, you know? Think back to games like, well, probably all of the different Midnight Club games. Think back to games like the Need for Speed Underground games. You had to buy each individual level of the performance thing in order to get max performance out of your car. So, but it would all stack as far as performance goes. So you're still getting more performance out of the car, you just have to keep paying for each individual part that you buy. And being able to do cool things like swapping out engines and transmissions and being able to swap out brake parts and suspension parts for better ones. Think the Forza Horizon games. All the stuff that you can do in those games. Walk? Really, dude? Yeah. Yeah. So that's pretty much... Oh, and this would include things like being able to pick separately rims and tires. What if I want to buy a muscle car rim with a sports car tire? What if I want to mix an SUV tire or an SUV rim with like a muscle car tire? What about having like drift cars? Adding like drift events to the game, which would be really nice. You know, drifting is actually a pretty popular motorsport, so might as well capitalize on it, have some drift events in the game. There's plenty of... Nice turn signal, fucking dickhead. I've mentioned it before, but fix the terrible AI for the traffic. They don't use their damn turn signals most of the time, and a lot of times they'll get in your way on purpose, just to be dickheads. Right. Mixing and matching tires and rims. Having, like, lots of different tire tread, like, different tire types. My Gauntlet Hellfire that I was driving earlier has unique tires on it, which actually makes sense considering it's based off of the new Dodge Challenger Demon, which itself comes with unique tires. They're basically somehow street-legal drag tires. They have just enough tread on them for them to be legal on the street, but they're made more for being drag tires, like drag slicks, for drag racing at the drag strip, because that's what that car was made for. But I like those tires. They look cool. I just don't really care much for the rims that they picked for them, because I think it's listed under, well, the other variant of it is listed under muscle car, and I believe it's referred to as 5-star. It's a 5-point star pattern rim. It's kind of boring. But yeah, being able to change out rims and tires and being able to do all these other cool things would be nice. And having the different kinds of tires actually affect your traction. Because drift tires aren't that good for gripping, so they don't have a whole lot of traction. They're made more for sliding, doing drifts. And then you'd have like drag slicks, which are really high traction. That's what they're made for. High traction, so you can get off the line quick and get down the track as fast as possible. And then you have things like street tires, which are more for... They've got some grip, but not a whole lot. So yeah, the Midnight Club update. Oh, and this would also include more street racing events and being able to race against NPC opponents, which would be nice. Which is actually another one of the ideas that I have. It's actually the last on my list, I believe, which is to add NPC opponents for minigames like darts, tennis, etc. All kinds of different minigames in the game that there should be NPC opponents for. Because if you play by yourself, like I do, you don't got anybody to play with. These different minigames and all these other things. Racing by yourself is fucking boring. And you also don't make that much money from it. So playing against NPCs, you'd be able to set the difficulty of the NPCs, like easy, medium, and hard, and you'd get more money for playing at the harder difficulties. And depending on how many NPC opponents you had, and how well, of course, you did in the race, you wouldn't make as much money as you would if you were actually playing against other players, but it would still be more money than you would make from just doing the race by yourself. Yeah, so like I said, the tires on this Gauntlet Hellfire are unique, especially with the little red ring around them. And then I've got, I think those are sports car tires, and those are muscle car. Those rims are unique, and I really like those rims. It's a shame you can't get them on any other car that I'm aware of. You also can't change the color of them, which sucks. I mean, they're nice chrome, but... Oh. As I had to mention in the first take of this video, and I will mention again, I got lucky and won this thing on the lucky wheel in the casino. And then that other jackass decided to claim it and paint it up in his colors and the flame jobs and all this other stuff. Let's see. Those are also sports car. Those are tuner car wheels, but the tire tread is the same as the muscle car for some reason. And those are muscle car, of course. Then you got your nice off-road tires. Oh, and another thing that irks me about this game. You see this wheel on the back here? That's the default size of the tires and wheels on this truck. And look how much smaller the wheel and tire is on it that's on there. Why can't we adjust the size of the wheels and tires? I want nice big ones like this one on the back. I want to put nice big ones on this truck. I want to put a nice off-road suspension on it. Make it like more like that thing. More off-road tires. Oh yeah, these are actually muscle car tires and wheels. Oh yeah, and also, fix the damn tread already. to where half of the tread is backwards. You see what I mean here? The tread on the driver's side, it's going the wrong way. The point of those things is supposed to go forward towards the front of the car, like it is on the other side. This is the one detail in the game where they fucking got lazy. You have to do tires, you have to do 2 sets of them, because one is for the right side of the car and the other side is for the left side. And they're not the same. Because when you take a right side tire and you flip it 180, the tread goes backwards. Which is seemingly what they did. They didn't bother making a left side, they just made a right side. And that has always bugged me since the beginning of the game. It's less noticeable on off-road, since the off-road ones are real knobby and bumpy and everything, but on the other tires it's all fairly noticeable. Anyways, let's grab the gauntlet here and move on to the next idea. The next idea on the list would be to have an RPG style, think the Fallout games, the Elder Scrolls games, dialogue with NPCs system, being able to take quests, etc. Wouldn't it be interesting to be able to take quests from just random Joe Schmo on the streets? You know, maybe he needs you to do something, maybe... You know, just add more story to the damn game. It would be really nice to be able to do stuff like that and have just more story. You know, actually have quest givers like Martin Madrazo, Gerald, Lamar, Lester, whoever. Have them actually, you'd actually be able to go and talk to them in the game world and take quests from them, you know, instead of loading missions from the friggin' pause menu, which is immersion breaking as all hell. Just feel like, see, there's the good boy bonus, the good sport thing. Yeah, boy, it got foggy all of a sudden. But being able to talk to NPCs, even not even like having to take missions from them, but just being able to like talk to them, like say you have like a mission or a quest or something where you need to collect information on something. So you need to like talk to some people to find out if they know anything. You know? You find out your information through talking to people on the street, you know? Say, hey, did you see anything? Did you see anything? Did you see anything? There's just like no NPC interaction, and it's really boring. And I just feel like it would make the game so much more exciting, being able to interact with NPCs other than just killing them, which, I mean, you can kill NPCs in any fucking video game. What's so special about this one? But yeah, so having a dialogue system, think like more like Fallout New Vegas rather than Fallout 4, you know, the older Fallout games. And, well, all of the Elder Scrolls games so far have been fairly good with the dialogue system. And the next idea on the list is quite fitting since we're in the middle of doing Sightseer right now. And the next idea has to do with Sightseer. And I've been thinking about this for a while. The Sightseer CEO activity mission, whatever the hell it's called, you only get paid $25,000 if you make sure you kill enough time to satisfy this stupid requirement, which is you need to get the little timer down there in the bottom corner. You need to get that timer down to below the 5-minute mark, and you're given 15 minutes to complete the mission from the start. So you have to kill 10 minutes basically, and you get 25 grand. And I really don't know how Sightseer works when there's other players in the session, if any of them collect any of the packages, how that works. I really don't know. But my idea is to change Sightseer to, instead of it only being 3 packages, you would now have to collect 5 packages. But you would have possibly 20 minutes, maybe a little bit more, to do it. But you would be rewarded with $50,000 instead of $25,000. Because $25,000 is, again, kind of chump change. And for 5 packages, you know, let's just say each one of them's worth 10 grand. Well, 10 grand times 5 is 50 grand. And the other thing that could be changed is you should actually be rewarded for being quick about stuff instead of wasting time. That's something that needs to be changed throughout the entire game, not just Sightseer, because it's that way in races. It's that way in contact missions. I'm not sure about heists, but it seems like the game rewards you for wasting your own time. You have to waste 15 minutes in contact missions in order to get the max payout. You have to waste at least 8 minutes in races in order to get the max payout. It's annoying. And I feel like Rockstar is basically doing this and they're rewarding inefficiency, which is stupid. You don't want to reward inefficiency, you want to reward people being efficient, people being quick. So anyways, the whole thing with Sightseer, yeah. Because here not too long ago, they actually had Sightseer paying out 50 grand, but they hadn't changed the, you know, how many packages or how long you had to do it. It was still just 3 packages, and it was still just 15 minutes, but you just got 50 grand instead of 25. That was really helpful. It's a shame they changed it back, because I really wish they had left it at 50 grand. Wow. Oh man, I thought I would have just run up over him. That's a shame. Your mañana's a little busted now, Chief. Let's see here. Okay. The next idea is a little bit silly, maybe, but it kind of harkens back to old, well, previous games in the series. Oh yeah, hi. Boom. Oops, I was supposed to turn there. Oh well, I was busy running over a stupid biker. It's the one indulgence I allow myself in this game, is running over bikers whenever I can, especially the ones who ride around on a stupid Faggio scooters, or however the hell it's supposed to be pronounced, Faggio, or lame-ass Vespa scooters is what they are. the lame-ass people who ride them. Yeah. Okay. The next idea. Add Love Fist content. Okay, Love Fist. You might remember the band Love Fist if you played GTA Vice City. Love Fist. They're like a hair metal band from like the 80s. They were featured kind of prominently again in GTA Vice City, the one with Tommy Vercetti. And I think they were British. I don't know. But either way, bring them into the game, because they do seem to exist in the HD universe, even though GTA Vice City was in the 3D universe. But bring them into the game, have them be like quest givers, like mission contacts, you know? They'd you know, you could like take missions from them, and it would be interesting, cool stuff. It would be maybe interesting to have them come to your nightclub, since we can own nightclubs, you know? There's all sorts of things you could do with these guys, and it would just be interesting to kind of have that continuity. Not even sure if that would be correct. Since, again, their original appearance in the series was in the 3D universe, and we've advanced to the HD universe. So, yeah. But number one, their music should at least be on the radio somewhere, don't you think? Because if I remember correctly, they had songs on the radio in GTA 5. Or not GTA 5, GTA Vice City. Yeah. Anyways, next idea on the list is to change, basically, with all the different businesses that you can own, your bunker, your cocaine lockup, your counterfeit cash place, your weed farm, all these places, you have to resupply them every now and then, because when they run out of supplies, they can't keep producing more stuff for you. And you need them to keep producing stuff, so you'll have stuff to sell. But the resupply thing can only be done in open public lobbies, which doesn't make any goddamn sense to me, because it's just like there's no point to having to do it in open sessions. Come on, get out from under that thing, dumbass. Jesus.
Crazy.
I know, that was crazy, right? Yeah. But yeah. Having to be in open sessions to resupply is really just a pain in the ass. Because for me, when I play in my private sessions all the time, that means I have to go into another session, an open session, for just like a minute so I can do the resupply thing. And then I immediately exit back out of that session, which usually means I have to dump back out to GTA 5, and then I have to load back into an invite-only session. It's so much wasted time. Number one, there's so many opportunities that they could have used to have resupply being in invite-only sessions. All these stupid vehicles that they try to have you buy. Let me bring them up here. You've got the Terabyte, you've got the Avenger, and you've got the Mobile Operations Center. Any one of these vehicles could have had the ability to resupply your businesses. And not only that, but do it in private sessions. Because just having to go into an open session for 5 minutes to do it is such a pain in the ass. Yeah. Want my goddamn Deluxo already. Anyways, the next idea. Excuse me a minute. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Anyways, the next idea on the list is to add the classic GTA camera angle to normal gameplay. Now, what do I mean by the classic GTA camera angle? Well, if you've played the adversary mode Tiny Racers, then you know what I'm talking about. The classic, of course, if you've played the original classic GTA games like GTA 1 and 2, the top-down, looking at the ground, basically, what would it be? Like this. You're looking straight down at the ground, see everything from above. I would like to have that camera angle back in the game, just for fun, really, because I just think it would be kind of funny. And even these little cinematic camera angles, well, this one's kind of, well, that one, yeah, that one's kind of close, but it's more like you're watching from like a helicopter that's flying overhead. Anyways. That one was really just kind of short. Next idea on the list. Updates to the Arena War mode. If you're like me, and you've played the Arena War stuff at all, you've probably realized this is fucking bullshit. 1,000 ranks to rank your character up and get all the discounts on all the content, because they had to add 2 bloody tons of content and make it all obscenely expensive for no damn reason. Things as simple as headlight colors for your cars. I'm not even kidding. You can change the color of your headlights, and they're like 50 grand, which is retarded. They're 50 grand by default. If you get the discount on them, I don't know how much they go down to, but it's still way too much regardless, because they already charge way too much for the headlight colors in this game. Anything more than like 50 bucks is ridiculous. But yeah, I would say a reorganization of the ranking up system in the arena mode is in order. I would chop it down to 500 or less ranks and just have you unlock like multiple things per level. That way you're not stuck grinding for the rest of your life. Grinding a mode, which, granted, the Arena War mode is actually fairly fun. I've played a couple of events with randoms, so it wasn't exactly all that fun. I'm sure it could be more fun if I was actually playing with friends, but I don't really have any friends who play this game. But or at least I don't have any friends who play this game on the PS4. I have a friend who plays it, but she has the Xbox One version. But oh well. Make the content a lot less expensive. I don't even know why the ranking up system even had to come into play. Like, it just seems so pointless. Why not just have the content be one constant price? I mean, there's all these clothing options, and there's all the upgrades for the cars, buying the frickin' Arena War variant vehicles themselves, and they're all ridiculously expensive. It's one of the reasons why I've gotten back into playing this game and trying to get my businesses, try to get them rolling and making money. I didn't really have a whole lot of the businesses in this game up until here recently. I actually just got a cocaine lockup, but like a week or so ago. Damn it, now I said blow up that damn van.
I'll kill you! Rollins is hit! We got a man hit! Hit the floor! Back up, brother!
Ooh, man, he caught that one right in the face. They could also add probably more modes to it. They could certainly add more vehicles to the Arena War. I feel like there was a big missed opportunity, that there's a lot of vehicles that could have been used for the Arena mode that just weren't. You know, a lot of older muscle cars, or trucks, or different off-road vehicles like the Dune Loader, which is a really old, rusty-ass old truck. The thing sucks normally. How about have an Arena War mode for it, or an Arena War variant for it? Turn it into a monster truck or something. I love the screams when they die. You're dead. Yeah. I live, I die, I live again. And I don't give a fuck.
There's no way out!
There's no way out. No way out. Gotta love... Take Anna back. What the fuck? She's not... I don't have her right now. What the hell is this crap?
I'm gonna kill you and then go play!
Shoot your fucking legs off, dickhead. Okay. Don't know if there's really anything... What the hell are these guys doing coming out? Shit. Ah! Son of a bastard. Hi. Don't do that now. God damn it. You fucking die. Hey, Anna, would you get out of my way? I kind of need that corner so I can kill these fuckers. Damn, girl. Die, 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 die. Alright, you. Get out of that damn corner, asshole. I need you to stop shooting me so I can take cover. Where the hell are these little bitches? Die. I know, these guys are fucking tools, right? Any more of yous?
You're so fucking dead!
Because I'm tired of playing with you fuckers.
Watch it, brothers!
You'd think you assholes would have some sort of pattern recognition. When a fucker has a goddamn RPG, you don't mess with that guy.
Gotta get back!
Damn, nice shit.
Stop down!
Christ.
Come and get it!
Okay, didn't mean to do that. Go ahead. But yeah. So having more stuff for the arena war, add more vehicles to it, more different variations of vehicles to have more content so that it's at least a little bit more worthwhile would be nice.
Lost! Fuck you and your mama! Watch your head! Shit, bro! Get low! Pussy lip! What was that? Fucking Christ!
What was that? A ghost. A ghost wolf.
Goddamn piece of
Come
shit.
on, dildos. Bring it on.
Come on, fall back! You okay?
Is he okay?
No way out, bitch!
How rude of you to ask that of a corpse. He can't talk back, buddy. He's dead.
You fucking assholes!
Oh. Okay. And now for the idea that was what got me in trouble with Take-Two's cunt asses in the first take of this video. I can't show you the commercial, obviously, because it was the reason why the video got taken down in the first place. But if you've watched the TV in the game and the different channels, then you'll know that there's a commercial that plays for a cunning stunt academy, where there's all these different things that you can learn how to do, basically learning how to be a stuntman. I think it would be kind of interesting to add that into the game, kind of sort of similar to the San Andreas flight school, as this way of learning one of your skills. Now, in this case, the Stunt Academy would be maybe learning multiple skills, things like stamina, shooting, strength, possibly stealth, possibly driving, probably driving, maybe even lung capacity. But it would be interesting for things to help you, you know, upgrade your stats. And not only just upgrading your stats, but also learning different, like, perks. Things like being able to dual wield small weapons, doing particular stunts in cars and other vehicles. I'm sure there's a lot of things that we could think of to put with this idea to make it better, so it would just be more interesting to have in the game. And again, I'm trying to think of like RPG kind of things, because I feel like this game could use to have a lot more RPG elements. Would also be interesting to have some of the same RPG elements from the Red Dead Online, like having to eat, drink, you know, stuff like that. Probably not too often, and hopefully that would be one of the things that you could upgrade so that you wouldn't have to do it as often.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Okay, this is why I started jumping back over the counter. Anyways.
Want a date, Clumsy?
No. I don't date hookers. Speaking of Red Dead Online, the next ID on the list. You want to get in the car, Toots? We got places to go. Mr. Madrazo wants to see you, and I want to get you the hell out of my car. Get out of my car. Get in the backseat, biatch. Get out of my life. Anyways. Anyways, like I said, speaking of Red Dead Online, another thing that they could do would be to retroactively add the Red Dead Online, Red Dead Redemption 2 style gun customization and upgrading sort of style added into here. Because in Red Dead Online, at least, it's probably the same thing in Red Dead Redemption 2, but you can customize the color, basically the metal that is used for every little part and piece of your gun. The trigger, the hammer, the receiver, the wood in the buttstock, you know, all these different little parts and pieces can be customized. You can even do carvings in the wood and engravings in the metal to have cool different designs and things like that. And you can actually do different colors for the inlays of those carvings and engravings to add even more detail, which is pretty sweet. And I would love to have some of that stuff in GTA Online or GTA 6, because this is another thing. Since GTA Online, GTA 5 is basically about dead, most of these ideas would be better served just putting them into GTA 6 and whatever online mode it has. I really hope we're going back to Vice City, because that was one of my favorite settings, and I'd really like to see what it's going to look like in the HD universe. In the 3D universe it was pretty cool, but... And I don't even honestly mind if they take it back to the 1980s again with it for the next one, and do it with GTA 6. Because I just think visiting Vice City again would be really cool. Although I really just wish that they would just forget about doing their own characters and stories and just focus on online and just let us make our own characters and stories. I mean, they can still come up with their own characters to be like contacts for us that we take missions from and stuff to help, you know, kind of tell the story that way. Oh yeah, hell, here's a car that could have been in the arena war. The friggin' Dukes. The Duke of Death, man. This thing's already made for the freaking arena. Why the hell wasn't it in there? This thing kills just about anything it touches. And I find that amazing, by the way. I love this car.
Much obliged.
Okay, so yeah. The Red Dead Online style gun upgrades and style customizations. With the more modern guns that you would have in the GTA games, there would be upgrades like compensators, recoil compensating buttstocks for rifles and shotguns and things, different powered scopes for different magnification and things, What else? I need to go stock up on armor. And I really hate that they keep spawning me down this friggin' hill. I gotta climb back up just to get up to my car. You put my car up here, but you put me down there. Why? Why you can't just put us both in the same place? Anyways, next item on the list. A new stat to be added into this, and that would be alcohol tolerance. Drinking kind of comes up in this game a bit. I mean, it's not really something that you have to do, but a lot of people do it. And you might as well make it a little bit more realistic, because in the real world, the more a person drinks, they build up a tolerance to alcohol. And so it takes more alcohol for them to get drunk. So, have that as a stat in the game that you could work on slowly over time. Work up an iron liver for your character. Something like that. Next item on the list, the ability to choose what server you go into when you load into online mode. Because why the hell has this not been added already, when it's in a lot of other online games? When you load in, there should be a server list. And you could pick, depending on what you want. If you want a lower population server, or a higher population server, or... I mean, of course, if you're just going to do a private server, it doesn't really matter much, but... Oh goody, saving has failed because the stupid cloud servers are being lame. I need to change my outfit. So anyways... yeah, being able to choose your server, I think that would be a good idea. Next idea on the list. The ability to have pets like Chop from the story mode. In the story mode, you play as Franklin and he has the dog Chop. Well, past a certain point in the game, so that's kind of spoilers. But minor spoilers, so it's not like it even really plays into the story all that much. But, you know, you can take Chop out for walks, and you got a little, like a tennis ball that you can throw for him. And he'll go and fetch it and stuff. And that's cool. Because, you know, having pets is cool. So, it would be nice, considering that in Red Dead Online, there's animals all over the place. It would be actually really cool if they added this feature for Red Dead Online, would be to actually tame some of the wild animals like wolves or snakes or gators or whatever, and keep them as pets, because that would be really cool for me. Since I call myself the White Wolf, it would be nice for me to have a pet wolf, especially a white one. There's plenty of wolves in the game. I've seen them. I don't know if there's any white ones, probably up in the snowy areas, but probably. I'll have to figure that out once I get back to playing that game. Right now I'm kind of ignoring that game because there's not really still a whole lot of content in the game right now, and I'm kind of just waiting for them to add stuff for me to even bother wasting my time. Not to mention, once again, they still don't have private sessions, so going into a friggin' open session, which is my only option, is not a very good prospect for me, because I don't like playing with other people who can just kill you whenever they want. You guys really need to take some kind of a hint from other MMO RPG kind of games like World of Warcraft, where you have to have some sort of like a PvP flag enabled for people to just willy-nilly kill you, you know? Because that's so stupid. Why should people just be allowed to kill whoever they want? And at the very least, they need to be punished for doing the kind of crap. But having pets. For GTA, you know, you got cats, dogs. That would mostly be it. I don't know what else you could have. Maybe a pet snake to keep in your house. A little, not really aquarium, but it would be like the little glass box that people usually keep snakes in. And you could even make it a little bit more interactive, because if you have the iFruit app on your real-world smartphone, you can actually train Chop for Franklin in the story mode by playing little games with him in the app and doing all that stuff. You could have that for your GTA Online pets as well. Make that app a little bit more useful, because apparently they're actually getting rid of it here soon, or they're basically just going to stop supporting it. There won't be any more updates, and there's something else to, I don't know. I heard something about that somewhere. Anyways. Okay. The next item on the list. Have you played the Saints Row games? Because I have. And I really enjoyed the first two, although I enjoyed the third one as well, but the third one is where stuff started to go wrong. And that's basically where that series just started to die. And it's really a shame, because it really could have been a good series if they hadn't fucked it up. But in the Saints Row games, specifically the first two and the third one as well, clothing options were much more, I don't know how to put it, they were much better, let's just say that. Layering options for clothing, having like a shirt underneath like a jacket, or like a shirt and an overshirt or something like that. Being able to layer these different things. Not only that, but you could actually customize your clothes in the Saints Row games. You would basically pick like an article of clothing, say like a t-shirt, and then you could pick the color. And you could probably even pick like the coloring of the stitching. And then you could pick like logos to put like on the chest, the back, even like on the sleeves. You know? There need to be more options like that. I want to have cool, customized clothes. You know, instead of looking like Johnny Joe Schmo in the same clothes as 10,000 other people who play this game. That's why I've gone so over the top or whatever with some of my outfits, to just try as be as unique as possible. Although some of them are pretty not very unique, not very whatever, you know. I've got the big armored stormtrooper looking guy, you know, just because I like having the black combat armor and everything. But yeah, overhaul the clothing options to be more like Saints Row games. Yeah. I know GTA doesn't really want to copy off of the game that was copying off of them, but they kind of already did copy off of them. I think I said this before somewhere else. They already copied off of the Saints Row games by having the circular weapon wheel. which was something they had in the Saints Row games since the original fucking game. So, if you didn't want to steal off of them, you shouldn't have taken that. Although, I mean, it works, so why not take it? But then again, if the things work, take the clothing options. They work. They're fun. It's better to have nice customized clothing than boring generic stuff. Also, here's an idea. Fix the GPS to actually include things like shortcuts. Okay. The next idea on the list would be to add cutscenes at the beginning and ending of contact missions. And this is specifically for the online mode because, you know, usually in story mode they do have cutscenes. But I'd like there to be cutscenes for the online mode because, again, it just helps with immersion. It helps with storytelling purposes, you know? I've been doing the cleaning the cat house mission for Martin. It's really boring when it's just like, okay, I started the mission. I loaded it out of a menu in the friggin' pause menu. And there's no cutscene. There's no Martin just, you know, asking like, hey, there's this prostitute being held captive in some, you know, rundown abandoned motel out in Sandy Shores. Please go and rescue her from the lost. Bring her back. There's none of that. It's just, oh, it's a text message. Boring. Uh-oh, I missed my turn somewhere. Okay, well. Two and a Yui. Hey! Hey, it's a VW bus. If that car didn't suck, I might actually have one of those. Oh, it's over at the wind farm, that one. Well, I got plenty of time to get over to it. I'm going to take a nice little shortcut here. Because once again, the game tries to tell me to take the friggin' long way, which is out of the question. Ow. Why would I go through all that trouble to go down and around and all this crap and this crap over there when I can just cut through the dirt? And we've won, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Cutscenes, yeah. Okay. That actually would be the last idea on my list because I already covered the actual last idea, which was the adding NPC opponents for minigames like darts, tennis, racing, blah, 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 blah. So yeah. Those are the ideas that I have been able to come up with since the last ideas video that I did. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more of these videos, not for GTA Online, since as I mentioned, this game is basically dead. I don't know how many people actually play it anymore, and I probably won't be playing it much longer myself because, again, Red Dead Online is supposed to become the focus. And if they're not going to keep adding new stuff to this game, I don't really have any interest in continuing to play it. Because I've played the crap. Oh, hey, I'm at a facility that I can't get into because it's not mine. Yay! Don't really have much interest in continuing to play this game anymore because I've been bored with it for so goddamn long. Oh, for the love of God, I ain't friggin' cutting through all this crap. Why do these bushes slow me down so much? Yeah, so anyways, that's it for the ideas. Trying to see if there's any details I may have missed, or more character customization, things like hairstyles, facial hair, um, and it's probably not a good idea to make hairstyles be gender specific, because, you know, some dudes have longer hair, like, you know, ladylike kind of hair. So, not to mention, Rockstar has, as of yet, not added any options for transgendered people. And that's, I mean, it doesn't really affect me, but I'm sure there's probably somebody somewhere out there who's maybe a little offended that Rockstar doesn't have any transgender people. Or at least you can't play as one. Although from what I hear, they are finally going to have a female protagonist in the story mode for GTA 6. Now, this is just a rumor, it may not be true. From what I've heard, there's going to be one male and one female protagonist. So it may work in a similar way to the way GTA 5 worked, with the 3 different characters switching back and forth between them. Of course, downgrading to only 2 is, yeah, going to be kind of a downgrade. But anyways, I didn't show anything copywritten, so I shouldn't have to worry about my video getting taken down again. I got no soda left here. Yeah, that's going to be it for this video. As I mentioned earlier, probably going to do a buyer beware on the Penumbra, and the other jackass is probably going to be doing his own buyer beware on the Mamba. So, look forward to those. It's been fun having you here, but I'm done for right now. Thank you all for watching. Join us next time for more of GTA Online, if I am ever so inclined to play anymore. Thank you for watching. I'll be seeing you later. Thank you and good night.